So today I want to talk about something a bit serious. And I think you never heard of this issue Japan is facing now, because most mainstream media is not talking about this topic. So available sources are X or other online platforms in Japanese, and they're all in Japanese. The first I want to show you a video. It's happened in Japan. So today I want to talk about Japanese immigration issue, and we call it クルド人問題 in Japanese, meaning Kurdish issue. If you search this in Japanese on X, you will find a lot of news, and you can read a comment. And sadly, some comments are kind of hate speech, but even legitimate concern or discussion tend to be labeled as hate. I think that's really a problem. So in this video, I want to talk about that topic that you might not know is happening in Japan and what's happening and why it matters. First, who are the Kurds? After World War I, Kurdish homeland was divided between Turkey, Iraq, and Syria during the creation of new borders. The promise of a Kurdish state was never fulfilled, and these countries are registered giving Kurds independence. So they are often called largest stateless nation with about 30 million people, but no country of their own. So they face persecution in these countries. The Kurdish Workers' Party, PKK, has been fighting against Turkey since the 1980s. While Turkey and other countries consider PKK as terrorist organization, that group claims fight for Kurdish right. These conflicts affect how Kurds are viewed globally. So some Kurds are refugees, fleeing the violence, while others move for work, actually. So this mix creates misunderstanding and oversimplification. But when it comes to Japan, according to Sankei Shimbun, 20 years ago, in 2004, the Immigration Bureau of the Ministry of Justice investigated the villages in the southern Turkey where many refugee applicants came from. They concluded most are economic migrants. However, the Japan Federation of Bird Association criticized this as a human rights violation, and the findings are effectively sealed. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's going on, but it happened. So some Japanese really believe most Kurds in Japan are refugees escaping from violence. But fact is, our government concluded that's economic migrants, but people don't know. So how they entered in Japan? So most Kurds in Japan, they arrive in Japan as a tourist with Turkish passport because Turkey and Japan has a good relationship. And many apply for refugees after they arrive to Japan, but Japan's recognition rate is super low. So they need to provide clear evidence of their lives are endangered. So it's really making hard Kurdish people to prove themselves. So this is a problem. The rejected applicants are often allowed to stay under provisional release. So this meaning they don't have social security number, no insurance, meaning what they can do for work is mostly illegal. And if they drive, mostly without license. And the children of these families, even born in Japan, don't go to school and can't even get legal job. So this is happening in Japan, but our main media is not talking about it. For example, if you search Kurdish in Japan on YouTube, you will see peaceful videos from Nippon Television, one of the biggest main major TV station in Japan. Like Kurds celebrating their new year north of Tokyo. They're dancing and preparing food and smiling. Looks very happy, like they're part of it, right? But if you search in Japanese or on X, you will see another stories. For example, Kurdish man on probation, SA, a junior high girl in the Saitan prefecture, was arrested again for another assault. And here's the things. So there's two problems. Why do they allow the stay in Japan even after first SA assault, right? And another issue is that for the second time, police didn't announce it. I really don't know why. And you see the video, like they're driving the car very dangerous way, and the way they handle job is pretty illegal and dangerous. And on November 11, 2024, the Japan Kurdish Cultural Association asked a court order to stop a protest planned near their office, calling it hate speech. But Japan has no national law banning hate speech, but cities like Osaka, Sagamihara have local rules. They introduced the fine up to 500 Japanese yen for hate speech, which is $3,200. Yeah, hate speech is harmful, right? But recently, even simple opinion are sometimes labeled as hate. I really think this phenomenon is making this topic, open discussion, very difficult. In Kawaguchi City, Saitama Prefecture, in area with many Kurdish people, it's said somewhere between 2,000 to 4,000. The reason why it's so many gap is that we cannot track any second generation or third generations. So these are reports of high-speed driving and other reckless behavior. Not all Kurds are involved in crimes, but these incidents fuel mistrust. So Japanese very strict refugee policy means most Kurdish applicants are denied. But again, they are still allowed to stay in Japan under provisional release. I really believe this lack of resolution creates tension between locals and Kurdish people. But at the same time, some Kurds run successful business, like restaurants and organizing the events. They're a great example, but they're only part of the picture. So by focusing only positive stories and sometimes criticizing any people who talk about this topic as hater or hate, it hides deeper issues. So this lack of transparency creates friction between Japanese society and the Kurdish community. So I really think Japanese immigration system really need to be reformed. And also main media, they really need to report fairly without hiding the truth or sensationalizing. So what I think is, first, media should provide balanced coverage, both challenge and success, and Japanese government really need to increase transparency in refugee process and develop better policies to ease cultural integration. If we are Japanese watching this, I really think we really need to care about how we talk about this topic, but at the same time, we should keep talking it before it gets too late. And the last, if you are Kurdish in Japan, I really think they should work to understanding Japanese culture and laws to build our harmonies. So this is happening in Japan. I really think it's just beginning, seeing what's happening in Europe. I think this is kind of beginning. And in this video, I used the Kurdish issue in Japan as an example, but other immigration face similar challenges. And our government, Japanese government, is trying to welcome more immigrants instead of supporting Japanese woman and child to raise the birth rate. But for some reasons, they decided to welcome more immigrants without solving the issues we have. And I really think that's kind of dangerous move because we are trying to amplify this issue. I needed to mention that before it's too late. It might happen, I don't know. But that's the one reason why I made this video. I really think if we want harmonious society and everyone feeling peace and happy, we really need the system that both fair to Japanese and the immigrants. And we also need mutual understanding and transparency. Yeah, what do you think, guys? Is this happening in your country? What's the solution you think or you can suggest? Let me know in the comment. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like the button. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Alright, I'll see you guys next video. I love you all. Bye.